Congratulations on taking the next step in developing a business that will last the test of time. Building a home-based business is actually pretty simple. Now, it's not easy, but it is simple. There are only 3 steps that you have to master and be successful: the expose, the involve, and the upgrade. Now, the people who fail in this industry fail because they feel too much pain during the exposure step. Our system will eliminate this pain. Now, the reason people feel this pain is they're trying to convince or sell someone on something. With our system, you'll learn how to sort instead of convince, and you'll learn how to build instead of sell. With our system, you'll see the difference between being an amateur and being a professional. Amateurs convince, professionals sort. Amateurs sell, professionals build. Amateurs feel pain, and professionals don't. Now, here's the first thing I want you to think about. How did you get to this page? No one convinced you to come here. You either received an email or you were directed to our squeeze page through an advertisement, and then you were interested enough to take the next step. You see, with our system, we don't try to convince anyone to do anything. Our squeeze page actually sorts out people who don't fit our targeted market. We're looking for friendly people who are open-minded and seriously looking for a way to have their dreams come true. Those are the people who click through to this page. But if we just stopped here and just showed you how to sort prospects, you would still become a statistic in the industry. We also have to eliminate the pain of sales. And how do we do that? Well, stop selling people. With our system, there is no selling. With our system, you'll learn how to build a business. Remember, amateurs sell and professionals build. Now think about this for a minute. When Walmart announces that they're going to open up a new supercenter in a particular market, they don't schedule 100 semi-loads of products to be delivered to that location the next day. They first have to build the store. If you're going to have a successful home-based business, you must first learn how to build a business before you bring in the products. Our system will teach you how to build a business that will lead to an income stream that will last the test of time. There are only 2 simple steps to make this system work. Step 1, use our prospecting system to find people who fit our targeted market. Step 2, teach your people how to use our prospecting system to find people who fit our targeted market. That's really all there is to this. Use our system to find people, and then teach them to use our system to find their people. Now, here's the biggest difference between what we're doing and what everyone else is doing. Most other programs start with their products. They try to get you to really like their products, and then they really try to get you to go out and market those products to your friends. And for 97% of us, that's the last thing we want to do. We have no interest in bugging our friends or becoming a salesperson, so we just end up buying the products and we never build a business. And then here's what happens. You end up with maybe 1 out of 100 people who actually participates in the building process. And with those numbers, hardly no one makes any money. That's why you hear so many people tell you can't make any money in network marketing. All we decided to do was focus on building instead of selling. We have a system that will recruit people for our members, and that system works on autopilot. All you have to do is set it up, turn it on, and then it goes to work for you. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Sifting, sorting, and starting people for you. The only time you'll ever talk to anyone is after they've joined. And all you do is call them up and welcome them to the team. Now, doesn't that sound like more fun than what we're told to do in most companies? Here's the typical network marketing experience. We go to a meeting and they promote their products to us. And in a lot of cases, those products are awesome. And then they convince us that once people know about these awesome products, they'll buy them. And then they convince us that we can make a lot of money as these products are sold. So all we have to do is let our friends know all about these awesome products and we can make some money. Sounds pretty sound until you factor in the fact that 97% of us will never go out and market those products because we're not salespeople. We joined the company because we wanted to make money, but we never really made any money because we're not a salesperson and none of our friends are salespeople either. So here's what happens. You buy the products, you go to the meetings, and you don't make any money. And the fact is, you probably lose money when you add up all the costs of going to the meetings. Does that sound familiar? Here's where our automated downline builder system comes into play. The ADB will build a team of people who will buy stuff. So if the products are awesome, and if people will buy the products once they're aware of them, and you have a system that works on autopilot that makes the people aware of the products, what's not to like? And for less than what it costs you to go to the meetings, you can have the ADB system. Now, you can still go to the meetings, but how much more fun would you have at the meetings if your organization was growing by 50, 100, 500, or 1,000 new members per week? That's what we're talking about. A recruiting system that works on autopilot 24/7, 365. Here's how the ADB works. We've set up a capture and autoresponder system that is specifically designed for people who'd like to make money in the home-based business industry. We'll load at least 200 qualified prospects into your system every month, and then the system will automatically send those leads preset emails promoting different marketing campaigns over the next 6 months. And when the prospect decides to join, you are designated as their sponsor. It's just that simple. You set it up and turn it on, and then you let it go to work for you. We designed the ADB from the field's perspective. Like I said earlier, we know the number one thing that most people dread is recruiting people. The fear of recruiting is one of the biggest reasons why most people are not interested in network marketing. With our ADB, there is no fear because the ADB does the sifting, the sorting, and the starting for you. All you do is set it up, turn it on, and then let it go to work for you. Let me give you a little illustration of how the ADB works. Now, I'm not making any guarantees here. This is just a hypothetical example that is based on one person to duplicate you out of 2,000 exposures. Your success will be based on many different factors that are not covered here. So according to our example, one person to duplicate out of every 2,000 exposures, here's how many people you'll have duplicating you after 3 months. Now I really want you to look at that number. For most people, they would think it's not working. But look at what happens by the 6th month, by the 9th month, and then by the 12th month. Here's what I'm trying to get across to you. If you're going to build a successful business, you'll need to commit to participate in the ADB for at least 6 to 12 months. The common person fails in network marketing for a lot of reasons, and one of them is they quit too soon. If you're not willing to commit to participating for at least 6 to 12 months, then I would not recommend you do this. This is for the people who are looking for an opportunity and who are willing to make some commitments. So if you're willing to give it 6 to 12 months, so you can have 50, 100, 500, or 1,000 new members joining you on autopilot every week, click below to get the rest of the details and get set up with the ADB so you can turn it on and then put it to work for you. This is Jeff Evers signing off.